So first, you have your AVID client manager and the dock right here. And if you click on that and you see the system director right here, you're in good shape. And to mount the system director, you connect, you click on here, etc. A couple of things. If you don't see anything, if you open the system director, you open the client manager. If you open the client manager and you see this, nothing. There's nothing I can click on here. There's nothing going on. What you need to do here then is just make sure you have the system panel open right here so you can see the system. The second thing is you want to see the log. The log will tell you very important information regarding connection to the system. If you make any changes to your network settings, if you make any changes here, you have to be a little patient. It could take up to an amazing 20 seconds, 30 seconds where it takes for the system to connect. So just be mindful of that. Everything else on top here are things that you should not alter. These are basic specific addresses to the system, and if you change them, you're not going to be able to connect. If you really have gone through all these troubleshoot steps that I'm going through here and nothing works, then please see someone in the post-production that works for post-production, and we can help you. The number one issue in these labs is location right here under your Apple menu is set to a different connection, usually the internet connection. So if you come into the lab and someone has changed the location to Wi-Fi internet or internet. So if I come in now and I see nothing in the system director here. I even wait 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 hours, 1 year, nothing will show up. Then I know I do not have connection to the system director. Even if you close the client manager and you attempt this again, nothing here, right? A quick hint is on top here, in the top right corner, you see that we are connected to the Wi-Fi. That's probably one quick thing you could say. Well, I'm not connected to the right network. To do so and change it, if you need to be on a server, you want to make sure the location is set to AVID. And here's an important point. When I click AVID right now, don't expect this to immediately come back online. We can even count the amount of time it takes here for the system to come back. It's usually anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds. So now I'm just going to wait. Just make a phone call. Check your text. Then we're back online, right? That's usually the number one issue is someone has changed location from Wi-Fi or internet to AVID, and you need to change it back to AVID. Ideally, you should not go into network preferences and change this. If you do that, you have to be very mindful that any change you make here needs to be applied to this user setting. If you don't apply it to the user setting, it will not be in effect. So that's an important point. The other point of using network settings, if you don't have a green dot here when you connect to AVID, that means it is not capable of connecting to the hardware. That means maybe my cable is out. And I'm going to show you really quick what you have to do. If you come in here and you basically see, and you have your client manager up, it's going to do this. And this is where logs come in handy. The log tells you it is not able to connect to the server. It gives you the time, the date, very specific times here. It's not going to try to connect to the server, but it's not going to be able to because it doesn't have a physical connection. If I see multiple errors on this end here, very likely cause is that the computer does not have a physical connection to the Ethernet hardware. There could be many reasons why. The most likely one is that someone has unplugged the Ethernet cable from the machine. You're going to see this is doing this every 20 seconds, is trying to connect to the system director. if you see this error, you need to make sure in network preferences, if you have a red dot here, you are not connected. See a post-production staff again, or tracing the cable and say, where is the cable out? Is it out from the wall plate, or is it out from the computer? If someone has unplugged it from the computer, please plug it into port 1. That's the port to the left if you're on a Mac Pro in the edit labs and post-production lab. And you see, as soon as I plugged it in here, it turned back green. While we're in this panel, please do not get creative and change anything in this section here. Do not change any. Don't expect that if this is red, I'm going to go in here and change the IP addresses and the DNS servers. That will not help you in any way. Changing anything here is not going to get you back online, just as changing anything up here is not going to get you back online. It took about 45 seconds from the cable was unplugged to you plugged it back in. So now I can actually connect to the server. There we go. These are my available drives, available workspaces. Before you start to edit, you need to mount them all. Once you see them mounted here on the desktop, you have done everything. You've mounted the workspaces and you're now ready to edit. Always start this process first. Do not mount the drives after opening Media Composer, because then you might have issues connecting to it. So this is the first thing you do.